Get back!
Hey! Get back!
We're good.
Get back!
He said he just wanted peace, but his actions led to tragedy. A family argument escalates into a fatal incident in Polk County, Florida. 21-year-old Joseph Voight discharged a handgun toward his parents, causing fatal injuries to his father and critically injuring his mother. Before we begin, I want you to know that this video contains references to domestic violence and death. We are not showing any graphic content, just telling the truth through original images and documents. If you are feeling a little heavy-hearted today, take a deep breath and watch when you are ready.
Joseph Voight, 23 years old back then, now 25. Unemployed, spent most of his time gaming, and still living with his parents. Marvin Voigt, 58 years old, died from firearm-related injuries. Family described him as a loving father. The funeral was crowded, a reflection of how deeply he was cared for. Susan Voigt, 55 at the time, now 57, survived a non-penetrating impact near the head. She lives in Bartow and has made a full recovery. This is Joseph Voight, a 23-year-old from Bartow, Florida, being escorted to jail, his hands cuffed, a blank look on his face. Just hours earlier, there'd been a fatal incident at his family's home. And the part that hits hardest? The reason sounds so empty. Basically a fight about nothing. The story unfolds at 1770 Highland Boulevard, a quiet, middle-class street in Bartow. A low green house, the kind you'd never look twice at. On the outside, it's calm. Inside, something's brewing. On the refrigerator door, 2 court summons. They belong to Joseph, still living at home, unemployed, and out on bond. His parents, Marvin and Susan Voigt, had bailed him out before. They always believed their son just needed another chance. More than a year earlier, on October 19, 2023, police were called to the same home after neighbors reported loud bangs that sounded like a firearm. When officers arrived, Joseph had a handgun. He calmly said he'd fired it toward the ground because he was bored. Officers found 11 spent 9mm casings and 4 from an AR-15 near the air conditioning unit. He was arrested, Mirandized, and later bailed out again by his parents. Months passed. For a while, it seemed quiet, until November 30th, 2024, when Joseph showed up in another neighborhood. A local saw him lurking near a vacant house for sale. When confronted, Joseph used a chemical irritant on the man and on another passerby. He was charged with 2 counts of battery and 1 of loitering, but was released again on bond. At home, Marvin and Susan tried to carry on like normal. They were still hoping he'd get a job, reset his life a bit, but that fragile hope would shatter a week later. It's December 7th, 2024. A cold Florida night around 48 degrees. Joseph sits in his room, lost in video games. His father Marvin brings up the same concerns, the same back and forth they've had for years. Stop wasting your life, get a job. But this time it escalates. Voices rise, frustration builds. He scolded his son for spending too much time on games, told him to get a job, become independent, start thinking about his future. They had argued many times, that much was known, but tonight was the first time things really exploded. Joseph storms out to his gray 2019 Toyota Camry. Marvin follows, still talking, still being a dad. Neither of them knows it's the last argument they'll ever have. Out in the driveway, Joseph turns around. In his hand, a .380 Smith & Wesson bodyguard pistol. The same gun Marvin carried for protection. In the dim light, Marvin might not even recognize it as his own. Then, 4 shots. Multiple impacts cause fatal injuries to Marvin. He drops instantly, gone before he even hits the ground. Red-stained footprints lead from the driveway through the garage and back inside the house. The prints match Joseph's black Nike sneakers, one of which is later found with red staining still clinging to the sole. Inside, his mother Susan runs outside, panicked. By the time she reaches Marvin, her son is already walking back toward his bedroom. Moments later, she moves to call 911 and Joseph notices
overwhelmed. Joseph freezes in the doorway, paralyzed by what just happened. Then he throws up the instinctive reaction of someone realizing the full weight of their actions.
Just then, Joseph hears his mother's voice in the next room. Without thinking, he rushes over. He turns back, and the handgun discharges twice. One round misses. The other causes a non-penetrating injury near her head. Susan goes down, but somehow, she's still alive. Joseph becomes physically ill in the doorway. Once, then again, as if his body finally realizes what his mind refuses to. He grabs cash and valuables from a small safe, then bolts. Inside the room, Susan slowly regains consciousness. She crawls into a closet and calls 911, whispering into the phone, trying to stay safe until help arrives.
At 11:20 p.m., neighbors' security cameras record his gray Camry, leaving the neighborhood fading into the dark. 2 minutes later, police arrive. Susan, bleeding but awake, manages to whisper, identifying Joseph as the person responsible immediately. Officers issue a bolo be on the lookout to all agencies in Bartow, Polk County, and surrounding areas. The manhunt has officially begun inside. Crime scene techs find the pistol near Joseph's computer magazine empty. No round in the chamber. The video game he'd been playing still paused on the screen. Outside, Marvin's body lies in the driveway. Susan is rushed to Lakeland Regional Hospital, where doctors confirm the bullet never pierced her skull. She'll survive, but barely. At 11:32, a patrol unit spots the Camry heading north on Highway 17. The gray car, black rims, tinted windows, slips from police sight for about 2 hours. Then suddenly, an Orlando police unit finds it stopped at the intersection of North Samarin and East Colonial. Units from Orlando and Orange County converge. The car is identified as Joseph Voight's, and officers set up a coordinated high-risk stop. Police vehicles close in from the front and back. Another officer locks the driver's door. The time 1:50 Sunday. The suspect is surrounded, but the priority is clear: bring him in safely.
Let me do it! Let me get back! Hey! Get back!
We're good.
Get back!
We're just getting to a gun zone.
Do me a favor. Put the windows down with your left hand.
Hand set. Let's get a rifle up here. Anybody got a rifle? Yeah, grab a rifle if you can. Rob, you got a rifle?
Yeah, it's designer trunk. It's gonna be like a midway through the trunk.
Alright, what do you? I got.
With no one else harmed, it's a full tactical standoff, rifles up. K-9 unit standing by. If he runs, trained dogs will help secure a safe detention.
Stay.
Knock it off.
Knock it off.
Over the loudspeaker, officers issue clear instructions. Exit the vehicle slowly. Keep your hands where we can see them. Do everything possible to show you're unarmed.
There you go. All right, put your right hand right back in front of your face. Cover your eyes. Slowly step out and keep your hand in front of your face at all times.
Step out. Stop.
Put your hands up! Face away from me! Stop!
Hands all the way up. Step to the right. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. From the top of your collar, lift up your shirt. From the top of your collar. The back. From the top.
Good.
Lift it. All the way up to expose your waistband. Slowly spin around. Slowly spin around. Keep going. 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 Stop. Put your hands back up in the air. Step to your right. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Step to your right. Keep going. Take a few more steps. Stop. Face to your right. And step all the way to your right. Keep stepping to your right. Face to your right. Turn your body to your right. There you go. Keep stepping to your right. To your right. To your right. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep stepping to your right. Keep going to your right. You can take bigger steps. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. Keep stepping to your right. Step straight back with your hands up in the air. Straight back. Straight back. Just walk straight back. Walk straight back.
Anyone else on the car, dude?
Got one to change. Wasn't on
There's a question. Okay.
Yes, Arcana is 24, 452, 452.
Oh, okay. Make sure. I got you. Alright, we're gonna go to the left right here. Step inside. You're good. You can just face. Check them when we get up. We get in the room. Alright. Alright. We'll keep going straight. We'll go on this side. Brian, can you scan me in? Okay, have a seat right here, boss. Do me a favor. Stand forward. Appreciate you. Yep.
After the scene is sealed off, Joseph is searched again and placed in a patrol car. Detectives from Bartow and Polk County are already on their way. The short ride ends in front of the police station, but Joseph's long night is just beginning. By 3 he sits alone in the interrogation room, silent. Staring at the wall, detectives back in Bartow start calling family members, trying to piece together who this young man really is. It's tough the two people who knew him best can't speak for themselves anymore. As detectives dig through the night, they keep dialing relatives hoping someone can help them understand what went wrong. But every call only deepens the question, how did a simple argument turn into this? A cousin says Joseph once graduated with honors, even earned a technical degree in computer science. But he couldn't keep a job. He drifted, stayed home, isolated, glued to his computer. One relative recalls a disturbing recent memory. Joseph had agreed to drive her to a doctor's appointment, but when she went inside, he vanished for hours. When he finally returned, he casually said he'd gone to get high and find a girl. Later that same day, she says he drove her home, then shouted something offensive out the window, an outburst that showed just how angry he'd become. The next morning, he left a handwritten note on her doorstep, an apology saying he'd felt anxious because he wasn't carrying what made him feel safe. According to her, he said he would return on Sunday, December 8th, to help her decorate the tree, hang the lights, and prepare for Christmas. But that day came, and he never returned. Another family member tells detectives he saw Joseph a month earlier at a gas station, buying vape pens in bulk. He looked strange, with the front of his head shaved, acting agitated and paranoid. He muttered about being kicked out of school and not needing anyone anymore, the increasingly strange behavior, like a sign that something dark was brewing. By now, detectives have a clear picture, a young man spiraling out drugs, isolation, and anger. When they finally sit him down, Joseph doesn't deny what happened. He says his father kept pushing him to quit video games and find work. Susan Voigt called 911 in a panic, reporting that her son had opened fire on his parents in their quiet home. When police arrived, Marvin Voigt was found collapsed in the driveway, severely wounded from the attack. A family tragedy no one expected. He didn't feel threatened. He says just tired of it. He shot him because he didn't want to be followed. A set of car keys belonging to Marvin was found on the lawn, near his father's body. When asked why he shot his mother, Joseph pauses, then claims it was self-defense. He can't say how she threatened him. He simply ends with, "I felt like she would call the cops." Then he asks for an attorney. Detectives stop the questioning, but keep collecting evidence. Joseph's clothes are seized for gunshot residue testing, and swabs are taken for DNA. Then they search his car, and what they find adds another layer of unease. Inside the vehicle, a black cloth bag filled with cash and small zipper bags, raising concerns about illicit use. Strange handwritten notes about stock trading and using dexamethasone, suppressant abused for hallucinogenic effects. Another note claiming very high-dose substance use during high school. When investigators examined the car, they found a shell casing on the floor. Just behind the driver's seat, it was a Hornady .380 automatic, an exact match to the casings recovered at the scene. In the trunk, a backpack of survival gear, a helmet, a notebook, and a Spanish language guide. It looked like he had a plan to vanish a bug-out kit, ready for escape. Bartow Police Department officer Stephen Walker said slowly, "Everyone says they are good people, they care about others." Then he paused, his voice choking up a little. It's sad to see something like this." Mr. Walker said in a somber voice, "She lost her husband, and in fact her son as well. It will be a painful, challenging road. All I can say is that I love her very much. We are deeply saddened by this tragic and senseless incident." Sheriff Stephen Walker stood before the camera, his voice low. "We are deeply saddened by this tragic and senseless shooting. But I want to extend my sincere thanks to the Polk County Sheriff's Office and the Orlando Police Department. Thanks to them, Joseph Voight was apprehended quickly, bringing this case closer to justice." Joseph Voight made his first appearance before a judge in Orange County, Florida, where Orlando is at the center of the case. In video captured by WTVT Tampa, he wore an orange jail jumpsuit, his face strangely calm as he heard the charges. Back in Polk County, prosecutors filed charges: first-degree homicide for killing Marvin Voigt, attempted first-degree homicide for shooting Susan, and unlawful discharge of a weapon in a dwelling. This time, there's no bail, no one left to help him after months in jail. Joseph's case moves forward on April 23, 2025. He pleaded guilty in court. In exchange, the firearm discharge charges dropped.
He was upset because his father wanted him to get a job and stop playing video games. We got there as quick as we could. Found the father in the driveway. He had been shot. It's really, really sad. I mean, it's a horrible situation and shouldn't have occurred.
Joseph is sentenced to 44 years in prison, now serving time at Zephyr Hills Correctional Institution. He'll be nearly 70 by the time he's eligible to return home if that day comes.
A Bartow man has pleaded guilty to killing his dad and shooting his mom over video games. Court documents filed yesterday show that Joseph Voight took a plea deal for a lesser charge of second-degree murder. Investigators say he admitted to shooting both of his parents in their home this past December because his dad was mad he spent too much time playing video games and told him to get a job. His sentencing has not been set.
From a household dispute to a life-altering sentence, one night changed a family forever. Stay with MOPD True Crime Documentary for true stories too shocking to forget. To conclude, remember that what you've seen is a record of reality unembellished and unaltered. Our mission is not to glorify the dark, but to learn from it through truth. We find perspective through empathy. We find meaning